This team is so bad. All it does is, like, someone just has to bring a Landorus and use Earthquake. Or, like, a Garchomp use Earthquake. They have to stick to their guns and just Earthquake me and I'll probably go down. Bisharp is a great Pokemon against my team. There's an Azumarill over there. Another Amoonguss. Amoonguss is pretty good against me. Like, Azumarill, Amoonguss, ooh, that is, like, my bane. And another Kang. And a Rotom Wash. So, Gastrodon's pretty good against this guy. But he has an Amoonguss. So, if we check his Amoonguss, just like game 1, if we can take out his Amoonguss, we can win. Looking at this team, I'm going to bring Staraptor. I'm going to bring it. But I have to bring it in a way that won't get fake outed. So I think I might bring it as like a... I'm going to bring it as a secondary for sure. I don't want to just bring it and get Bisharp Defianted. That would be the worst case. I can generally just leave with Amoonguss against this guy though, I think, and be completely okay. And I need to bring something to check that, the Metagross. Metagross is going to be a problem. I think I can go Heatran Amoonguss. I generally like the way that looks. The only thing this is really bad against, I guess, is, no, this is pretty good against most things, I'd say. I think I need to bring Gastrodon, but I really don't want to. Because, like, it really limits. I'm bringing Gastrodon and Amoonguss again, and it just really limits my offensive capabilities. I haven't got to bring Manectric yet. Manectric is decent here. I know he's bringing the Bishop, I just don't know where it is. Staraptor. Staraptor's pretty good. I think I'm going to bring Manectric here. I don't think I'm going to bring Kang. How stupid is that? No, I'm not going to be that stupid guy. We got 15 seconds. I'm going to bring Manectric. I've won 3 games. We can decide to test the Manectric here and now. Not bring the Kang. I don't want to bring Kang because I do not want to Power Up Punch something. I think I'm going to need Manectric to take out the Azumarill. Because I think that Azumarill is going to go off. And it's going to get the Belly Drum. And I think I'm going to need something to check it. And this is going to be so dumb. Also, it's decent against Bisharp, I guess. Can do like a fourth. I can do like half to like Amoonguss. So, whatever. We'll just bring it. See what happens. I generally think this is a pretty good lead here. I'm going to play this smart. Watch this. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. He's going for the knockoff. He can have it. Oh my gosh, that big damage. Are you just going to waterfall? Alright, I don't really care if he waterfalls now because I took out the Bisharp, which means I could have fun. And what are you doing? Are you going to go off? Are you going to go off, Azumarill? Ice Punch. Go for it, champ. And I'm still alive. And the Spore. Oh my gosh, this game is over. As long as it doesn't send out AoE stuff next turn, I feel pretty confident. He didn't have an AoE Earthquake. Yeah, there's your little thing. It says, thanks for the new follow. I know I already said it, but Kangaskhan, alright, that kind of sucks. I have to take out... Well, I'm just going to Heat Wave. We're good. I'm going to laugh my ass if I burn this Kang with a Heat Wave. Like, he doesn't go for what he should. There's no reason to protect her. I want to get the most that I can out of these sleep turns. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, Ice Punch Azumarill. It's not new meta, but there's no reason not to just use Play Rough. It's legit only good against, like, Amoonguss. So he goes the right play. I think he Power Up Punched, yeah. I'm just going to go for the Heat Wave here. Hopefully I can hit a Kang. I want to hit both of them. I'd really like to burn the Kang. But I made the right play. Oh my gosh, I just missed. I missed the Kangaskhan, guys. That's why Heat Wave sucks. That's why. Because now his Kang has +1. His Azumarill is going to wake up. I have to send Gastrodon out. That really, really, really sucks. Because, like, I can't break this Kang now. My only chance is that he has Double Edge. And then he takes all the recoil in the world because he's a +1. I don't have any Intimidators. Yeah, but back to the Ice Punch thing. The only thing it's really good against is, like, Landorus, I guess. Yeah, it looks like he has Return. That sucks. I will be able to live this turn, which is kind of cool. If I get the burn with a Scald, that'd be really good. But he would have just died this turn, most likely. Pairing that with the Heat Wave, goes for another Ice Punch. Man, stop Ice Punching me. Burn, 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 burn. Yes! Ah! I'll freaking take it. Let me have it. Alright, we're going to play a little bit different here. Who's protecting? Azumarill? That's a great play for Azumarill to protect. Gastrodon's protecting. He's probably going to go for a Power Punch, I think. The burn was something that had to be done, though. It legit had to happen for me to try and win the game. And this is Kangaskhan's last turn. I would have lost for sure. Would have lost for sure. I think I'm faster than Azumarill is. And Azumarill's the only thing that can really hit Heatran is Super Power, and I have a Chople Berry. So unless Kang goes for like a Power Punch, waste my... Oh, well, there you go. I suck. I made a grave mistake. He's going to be able to hit me with a... I should have double protected. You're right, I should have. I'm reading in the chat right now. I should have double protected. Player off. Oh, man. He thought I was going to switch. We all know he has a water attack. He has to. Another misplay. I'm messing up everywhere. I'm just falling into these victories, guys. Oh, Mungus. Sad face. And these are his last two, so I can go with whatever I want. There we go, got it. Alright, we use Manectric, guys. I don't know why he would play off. Play off was definitely the wrong move to do there. Alright, so we're going to go over the replay here. I know it's not the best replay to go over, but we're going to go over it, nonetheless. Yeah, quad resist it. Quad resist. Alright. Need a nice drink. Manectric scared him off, that's for sure. Alright, so look at this. Yeah, Bisharp, which... Bisharp... I put way more value on Bisharp than most people do. I think Bisharp is probably one of the best Pokemon in the game. And, he just fodders it early. Azumarill is really good against my team. With Ice Punch, it potentially can do like half to Amoonguss, which we see come out in the game. It's not good against Manectric, but it's pretty good against Kangaskhan. We also know that it didn't have a Citrus Berry. So, kind of awkward Azumarill set. It could have actually had an Assault Vest. No, it didn't have an Assault Vest. Didn't have a Lumberry. What the hell item did that thing have? Didn't have a life. I'm pretty sure it didn't have a Life Orb. You could have had like a Walken Berry or something. One of the berries that cuts like electric or grass attack. That's definitely a possibility, but I really doubt it. Or like the berry that cuts poison. That'd be very unique, but all those options are... An Assault Vest is just better at that point. I don't really want to go into that. Robhova, sorry, it says, my Manectric's item is actually a Focus Sash. It's not Mega. It's not Mega. But we're going to get into that later in the game. He also brought Kang Standard, and I didn't want to go into a Kang Mirror match. And Amoonguss. Amoonguss is a Pokemon I've had problems with all night. This team just isn't that great against it, and it's one of the reasons I brought Manectric. Looking at my team, Amoonguss is something I need to check the Azumarill. It's great against Kang, great against Bisharp. I figured it was a must-have for this team. Heatran, same thing. Great against Bisharp. Okay against Kang. It's a bait for Azumarill to use a water attack, so I can switch in with my Gastrodon, which I tried to do this game. And the Manectric, just because I felt I needed something to check the... I figured he was going to go, like, Amoonguss, Azumarill, and he was going to go, like, Rage Powder Belly Drum, and then proc a Citrus. And so, if for some reason the Azumarill, like, went off, I wanted something that could come in, eat an attack, and go for, like, a super effective attack onto that Azumarill, and Manectric's the perfect Pokemon for that. In all these situations, Kang just isn't as good as Manectric. For the things I wanted to accomplish, I already have things that can check his Kang. Heatran does it okay, Amoonguss walls it out, I should be fine. Obviously, I got the burn on it, so we're just going to start the game up and get right into it. Alright, so he goes Bisharp, Azumarill. He's definitely expecting me to lead with, like, Manectric or Staraptor, and Bisharp's Defiant puts, like, a hard counter to that. So he goes for the knockoff here. He knows that I'm going to have the Rocky Helmet. So he's going to take Recoil. You guys can't really see it, but it wastes his Sash, which means this, which means this Heat Wave is going to do super effective damage, and I think no, I went for the God play. That's right, I went for the most balls deep play first turn, because I thought that Azumarill was going to go off. He went for an Ice Punch, not relevant here, eats a Spore. I spored that Azumarill. Actually, I spored the Bisharp, because I thought it was going to clock his Sash, and I didn't really want to Giga Drain, so going for a Spore instead of going for the standard Rage Powder, legit probably won me that game. And looking at it again, oh man, like, that was so balls deep. Like, he could legit just, like, one-shot my Heatran with, like, a Waterfall or, like, a Superpower. Well, I have a Chople Berry, but, I mean, he could have definitely taken out my Heatran. He could have just, like, Waterfalled my Heatran, and I would have ate it. But he's probably very wary of using Water attacks while I still have a Gastrodon in the team. And I missed the Heat Wave this turn onto the Kangaskhan. Really lame. That almost cost me the game, and in my defense, I totally earned this burn because I missed a Heat Wave. 10% chance to miss Heat Wave, 30% chance to burn. I earned it. I mean, you may think I'm just like falling into this victory here, but I needed it, and it was the correct play to go for the Scald on the King at this point. That was so balls deep. Yeah, man. So he goes for an Ice Punch, Wake Up Ice Punch, not super great. Player If would have been a much better option. I get the burn here, and it's at this point we just play a little bit of a waiting game. You're going to see me make a misplay here. I generally thought he would try to use his last few turns really greedy with the Kangaskhan, because I know he can. The only way he can win is if he checks Heatran. So I'm expecting him to just attack the Heatran with like a Power-Up Punch, because it's super effective, even though he's burned, and but he's at like +2. So this is where I make a misplay here. I figured I'm completely fine against Azumarill. I'm faster than Azumarill. I was going to try and recover this turn. He makes the correct play going after my Gastrodon. The reason being, after Kang dies, he can definitely just take out the Heatran with the Azumarill. So he makes the correct play. I mess it up a little bit. Assault Vest, or sorry, not Assault Vest. I don't know why I even said Assault Vest. He takes a Flash Cannon, and we don't see an Assault Vest. Kangaskhan's going to get ticked out by Burn. And now that Kang's gone, I'm pretty happy, because +2 Kang is something my team can just not deal with. Especially if they don't use Double Edge. If they use Double Edge, I have a chance, because they have to just go through my whole big amount of HP. But he used Return, and they all use Return, and that's just where he ran, because Manectric is so... Well, its Mega is pretty intimidating. But, that's its ability. Anyways, no, he got scared off by Manectric, and that was GG, just because he got burned. So, pretty standard game. Until then, I really like seeing the Ice Punch. Let's talk a little bit more about why he used Ice Punch. We saw he had Player F and Ice Punch. I think those were the only moves that we saw. Thank you for the follow, Rob Hova. I really appreciate it. If you have any more questions, just feel free to ask them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. And we're going to go back to talk about why he has Ice Punch. The standard Azumarill moveset is probably like Protect, Belly Drum, like Aqua Jet, and like Player F. I prefer Superpower. It lets you check those Heatrans. Lets you get the one-shot on T-Tar like 100% of the time. Sometimes they carry like weird berries. Superpower generally lets you take that guy out. And yeah, my Azumarill, I actually like to go with an Assault Vest one, which has Waterfall, which is most people don't really use anymore. Waterfall, Aqua Jet, Player F, Superpower. Great coverage. Soft checks Kang, can 1v1 Charizard using like a Waterfall, Aqua Jet. Still one-hit KOs most sets in the sun. So I like the Assault Vest set. This guy I have to go with Ice Punch. Now, why would he have Ice Punch? The only reason I can really think of him having Ice Punch is if he sends a Azumarill out, they send out a Landorus. Landorus T throws off the Intimidate. You probably don't one-shot it with a Waterfall. Most definitely one-shot it with Aqua Jet, and it's for sure not a two-shot with Aqua Jet. Probably just has the Ice Punch for Landorus. It might even be just a little bit to soft check Amoongus's as well, because he has his own Amoongus in his team. He looked at my team, probably was like, I gotta get rid of that Amoongus. It's very important. Looking at the 4 that he brought, he probably could have brought something better. You can't put everything on Azumarill's shoulders. if you're gonna go that hard and having Ice Punch being your check to Amoonguss, you have to be banded. Was he banded? No, we saw Play Rough. We're up over the Assault Vest Azumarill works really great. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have some games where I use the Assault Vest one. That thing lives through so much. I'll go 1v1 with like a Zapdos. The Zapdos just like thunderbolts me, I laugh at it, Play Rough, Aqua Jet, dead. And just not having Protect really sucks, but it's so rewarding knowing when that Charizard goes for its Solar Beam, it like does like 60%. You Waterfall, Aqua Jet it, and they're legit like gone. Or you just Waterfall and they're like, I have to Protect next turn and KO it with my partner. But the partner can't KO it because you have an Assault Vest and you're already naturally bulky. It's, believe it or not, it's a really great set, and most people just don't expect it. They'll just like, oh, I can Thunderbolt that. Oh, I can Solar Beam that. I can Giga Drain that. I can Sludge Bomb that, and they can't. So I would definitely give that a shot. If I was not using Gastron today, I would for sure be using a Azumarill. Alright. Because I have like less than a box of Pokemon on this cart. That's the main reason why.